Welcome to Anti-Woke and Autistic. Check this out. The purpose of your body is relationship, not perfection. This is Amanda Martinez Beck. She's an influencer. She's not active on TikTok, but she is very active on Instagram, and she's written 2 books that glorify obesity and promote fatness. But here she is. The purpose of your body is relationship, not perfection. She says that a lot. She posts that she posts that quite a bit on her Instagram account. She's about 350, 330, probably about 5'3", 5'2", 5'4", somewhere in that range. Look at this. I mean, doesn't she look unhealthy? Look at her skin. So she's come up with this mantra: the purpose of your body is relationship, not perfection. There are flaws in that, but she does anything possible to get herself off the hook, to remain non-accountable for the state she's allowed her body to get in. She's getting herself off the hook. She's doing everything possible to stay in that realm of denial. So here's the flaw. First of all, if the purpose of your body is relationship, that's all the more reason to get healthy and fit and lose the extra 200 pounds she's packing on all over her body, primarily in the middle. If the purpose of your body is relationship, she means relationships with people, your lover, your kids, with God. All right, let's just talk about relationships with your family, your spouse, your significant other, your kids. If the purpose of your body is relationship, shouldn't you do everything possible, or even almost possible, to get it into a state of good health? If you're 300 pounds, 320, 330, and you believe the purpose of your body is relationship, then you would want to, or you should want to, lose that weight safely with a sustainable approach, not a gimmicky, non-sustainable diet, but portion control. Include all food groups. Don't skip meals. Don't go long periods without food. Don't do anything that would fall under the category of a fad diet. Don't do anything extreme. Don't starve yourself. Just cut down on all the processed junky food. Give up soda. Drink water with your meals. Substitute whole fruit for fruit juice. Just make smart, logical, sustainable, effective choices. And then exercise. That is so important. Amanda doesn't do any exercise. The purpose of your body is relationship. The fitter you are, the fitter and healthier you are, the better you'll have relationships. Like, for instance, she has 4 young kids. She can't play with them. She can't run around and play with them. She can't do anything with them, really. She's on the sidelines. She's so fat. She uses a rollator for longer distances of walking. I've seen pictures of this in her Instagram. She's even talked about it. Imagine just not being able to do things with your kids. So any relationship she has where her body's involved, it's quite limited because of all the fat. It's like she's imprisoned in it. Now, she also talks about having a relationship with the divine, and I'm going to show you the caption that goes with this. The purpose of your body is relationship with yourself, with others, and with the divine. So if it's with yourself, the fitter and better it is as far as health, the better the relationship will be. Like, duh. With others, again, if you have a fit, strong, healthy body, you could do all sorts of things with others. You could go on hikes with them, long walks with them. You could walk around Disneyland with them without having to take breaks every 5 minutes, without having to use a scooter. You can shop with your loved ones or your friends at the mall or at Walmart without having to use a scooter. You could go bike riding with them, roller skating with them, ice skating with them. There's all sorts of things you can do. You could go to ball games with them and climb the bleacher stairs, steps without having any problems. I mean, think of all the things you could do. You could go sightseeing, and you don't have to worry about where the next bench is to take a rest break. And with a divine, what in the heck does any of this have to do with one's relationship with God? Wouldn't God want you to treat your body right anyways? Would the divine be okay with you stuffing your body every day with junk food and just destroying it and ruining it? So she actually puts herself in a position where she eats her words, but she doesn't even realize it. Then she talks about not perfection. Again, she thinks in a very almost binary way in which she thinks that the only alternative to morbid obesity is some kind of perfection, or sometimes she says thinness. She'll say the purpose of your body is relationship, not thinness, or the purpose of your body is relationship, not perfection. First of all, nobody's talking about perfection. We're just talking about lose 200 pounds. Geez, start out with 50 pounds. If you lose 50 pounds, that would be a remarkable improvement on your poor knees. Your heart would be under less strain. You'd be able to move a little bit more. You'd have maybe some of your aches and pains would be reduced a little bit. You'd have more energy. You wouldn't feel so exhausted doing certain things. And if you lost another 20 pounds after that, again, the improvements would continue. This has nothing to do with perfection. When the medical establishment says morbid obesity is extremely dangerous for your health, they're not telling you to get perfect. They're not telling you you should walk on water or split the Red Sea. Who's talking about perfection? See, this is another way Amanda puts herself in a state of denial. She thinks in terms of perfection as the only alternative to weighing 350 pounds. This gets her off the hook because she knows perfection's impossible. What is her definition of perfection? Well, if she got down to 170 pounds, okay, she's again about 5'3", somewhere around there, based on pictures I've seen of her. If she got down to 170, she'd be considered plus size, chubby, plump. I don't think 170 would make her look fat. It would be obese, clinically obese, but she wouldn't have that fat look about her. But let me tell you something. The weight she is now, which is about 320, 330, take a look at this. This is the way she looks. She has a massive amount of fat in her abdomen. That's the worst kind of fat. It's called visceral fat. It literally suffocates the organs and puts tremendous stress, tremendous strain on the heart, tremendous strain on the cardiovascular system, puts a lot of strain on the liver and kidneys. And certainly she's got to have obstructive sleep apnea. There's no way she doesn't have sleep apnea. I'm sure she does. I'm sure she's on a lot of medications. Perfection, whatever that is, has nothing to do with what she needs to do, which is to drop a lot of weight. If she got down to just 200 pounds, if she lost 100 pounds, that would significantly improve her health. I don't need to be a doctor to see the writing on the wall here. I don't need to be a doctor or a dietitian or a nurse to know that when somebody is as big as a house and they lose 100 pounds, their knees are going to be more relieved and in a better state of existence. There's going to be less stress on the knees, significantly less stress on the arches of the feet, less stress on the back. I don't need to be a doctor. This is 2+2 stuff. This is simple information you can find anywhere in a pamphlet in a doctor's office. This is Good Health 101. She'd be able to walk better, go up and down staircases better, get in and out of cars better, get in and out of seats better. She'd have more energy. She wouldn't have to rest as much. She'd probably very likely eliminate her need for that rollator. A rollator is a walker with wheels. She'd be able to stay on her feet longer, do more things with the kids. What is the purpose of your body? The purpose of your body is to be the best version of yourself, or to continuously work on being the best version of yourself, even if that's 75% there. Even if you can never get past 75 or 80%, that's a lot better than 0%. Actually, Amanda's in the negative range. She has completely ruined her body, and she is in such a pathetic state of denial. It's just so really sad. And she's teaching her kids that it's perfectly okay to be fat. So just because she's not flaunting a lot of skin on TikTok and wearing a lot of makeup and doesn't have the typical look of a morbidly obese TikTok star, don't underestimate her as far as her ability to be spreading dangerous rhetoric. Her TikTok account is gradually increasing in terms of number of followers. Right now it's at 22,000. Just a few years ago, it was at 17,000. If she does go on TikTok, she could develop several thousand, maybe over 20,000 followers. We don't need another morbidly obese person preaching that it's okay to be fat. This woman really needs to be called out on her harmful rhetoric that she's spreading. She's spreading lies and dangerous messages to people, to women who are highly vulnerable. 3 of her 4 kids are notably fat. Her Instagram account is all bodies are good bodies, and quite actually, all bodies are not good bodies. Or maybe it's more accurate to say, not all bodies are healthy bodies. Not all bodies are fit bodies. All fat bodies are unhealthy bodies. But this mantra of all bodies are good bodies is just another form of denial. So that's my message for today, and have a great day.